Leafs took these guys to 7? I will punch you in the Adam's apple. Let's go! The Florida Panthers win 6-1 in Game 3 of the 2025 Stanley Cup Final, taking a 2-1 series lead over the Edmonton Oilers, and now the Panthers are just 2 wins away from being back-to-back champs. I'm Steve Dangle, and this is Cup Check, and oh, did this game get spicy. Now, this series ain't over. You need 4 wins. One team has 2, one team has 1. Neither of them can go on vacation yet. But what about you? Me, vacations, love them. Roaming charges, almost enough reason to stay home. Lucky for me, I've got Saily. Saily is a new eSIM service app brought to you by Nord Security. All you gotta do is download the Saily app and choose from several affordable eSIM plans covering 160 countries. Now you don't have to line up at the airport to buy a local SIM card or scramble if you've run out of data. Data? We've been through this. Just top yourself up in the Saily app. No more wandering around looking for a public Wi-Fi spot. With an eSIM, you're always connected. Interested in trying it out for yourself the next time you travel? I've got something for you. There's a QR code on the screen. Somewhere. I didn't edit this. Use that to download the app or visit saily.com/dangle to get 15% off your first Saily data plan. That's saily.com/dangle to get 15% off your first data plan. Safe travels, and thanks to Saily for sponsoring this video. Now let's talk about several dozen grown men beating the crap out of each other. Listen, I know what this is. This is a Cup Check video. This isn't LFR, which is Leafs fan reaction, which I do after every Leafs game. I'm trying not to make this about the Leafs. But before the Stanley Cup Final began, the Panthers had only played 3 teams in these playoffs, and the Leafs were one of them. I watched very closely as the Panthers wrapped themselves around the team that I cheer for and strangled them. Tonight was that. Because we can dream. We can dream. We couldn't have dreamt for 2 better games to start this series. They both go to overtime. We get 3 overtimes combined. We watched 3 games worth of hockey in 2 games. Both games decided by a goal. Thrilling, exciting. By the end of both of them, you're convinced both teams are going to win the cup. It's Draisaitl, and oh, the magnificence. And it's Marchand, and oh, the narrative. Eventually, we were due for a butt kicking. The Panthers, with home ice, made sure this game took forever. So many whistles. I'm not even talking about the goals. Oh, you have the offside. Oh, where you go? Icing. Nice pass. Nope. Icing. The Florida Panthers have the ability to beat you with both explosive moments and death by 1,000 cuts. Instantly, and I mean instantly, from the moment the puck dropped, the Panthers were the better team, and they never let go. Right away, Marchand almost gets sprung for a breakaway. It doesn't quite work out, and he even says at the whistle, he's like, oh, that was good. Off the faceoff, Anton Lundell goes behind the net and does the little cheeky thing where he doesn't go around, he throws it short side. It's in front, it's banging off everything, it's pinballing. And listen, I don't know what's going through Stuart Skinner's mind. He's done a pretty good job in, I was about to say in these playoffs. You got to be careful. He's done a pretty good job recently. He's done an okay job in the series. The man is swimming out there. The puck is loose. The net is unattended by the goaltender, and Marchand buries it. His 8th goal of the playoffs. Lundell's 10th assist of the playoffs. Lusterinen got in there, and his 11th assist of the playoffs. That is the Panthers' 3rd line. The leading goal scorer and leading Conn Smythe candidate is on their 2nd line, accompanied by a busted up Matthew Tkachuk, but he's still Matthew Tkachuk, and Carter Verhaeghe, who's been one of the most clutch players in recent memory. Their top line is Sasha Barkov, who is slumping, but still Sasha Barkov, and his line mates are Evan Rodriguez, who was unreal in last year's Stanley Cup Final, and Sam Reinhart, who was nominated for the Selke that Barkov won! And the 4th line was pretty good too. Like, that's why they're here. I don't know. Show me the weakness. Where is it? Now, the Oilers have been playing with fire all series long. In Game 1, the Oilers come back and they win it. And that's noteworthy, not just because it's the Stanley Cup Final, but because the Panthers don't do that. If they are up at the beginning of the 3rd period, that is usually a death sentence. Game 1 was notable because the Oilers survived. Game 2, they almost did it again. They tied it with less than 20 seconds to go. Didn't go their way in overtime. Missed too many men call. We'll get to that in a bit. But dude, you're playing from behind 56 seconds in. Oh, but no worry. Anton Lundell takes a penalty on Leon Draisaitl. The Oilers get a power play. It's going to be lost on the story of this game how enormous Sergei Bobrovsky was on this penalty kill. This is the game right here. Oilers score here, which they almost did at least twice. It's a completely different game. The whole complexion changes. It's basically the whole game starts over again. You just dock a few minutes, but you don't get a full power play because Evander Kane takes a penalty and it leads to a penalty kill and you kill it. 41 seconds after that, Kane takes another penalty with a high stick on Marchand and his whistle is so tight. Like, they're calling everything. You go to the penalty kill again and you kill it, and then it's a too many men on the ice call. Oh, after they didn't call it in overtime. But it doesn't matter. It's okay. You kill it. Not only do you kill it, it's abbreviated. It's shortened because Ekblad took a penalty. All right. We didn't score on the shortened power play, but it's okay. We got out of the penalty kill. That's cool. Then Sam Bennett takes a high stick on Connor Brown. Do you understand? You have Sam Bennett in the box. The last time that happened, you scored, and it was a very big goal. The Oilers don't take advantage on the power play, and that ominous feeling sinks in. Victor Arvidsson runs Sergei Bobrovsky, and even if you think Bobrovsky flopped a little, it's definitely goalie interference. Like, it's pretty obvious what Arvidsson was trying to do. And as much as you can hate Sam Bennett for what he did to Stuart Skinner in Game 2, he did get called for it. Quick reminder, this is me saying this. And Edmonton heads to the penalty kill again. You stop the first one, you stop the second one, you stop the third one. This is the fourth. It is still the first period. Oil gets burned. Now listen, Stuart Skinner was swimming all over the place on the first goal. I actually like what he did here on the second one. It's just Carter Verhaeghe has a piss missile. This is a sniper's sneep. This is a sniper's snipe. This is a reminder that Lou Lamoriello's first move as Toronto Maple Leafs GM was to trade this guy. Carter Verhaeghe makes the Oilers pay, and it's 2-0 after 1. Now, are the Oilers in good shape? No. Is this game winnable? Yeah. Your voice goes up a bit, but yeah. And you get a gift. Bouchard and Lundell go at it after the final horn, and Lundell goes too far. He bops Bouchard right in the face. Can't do that. They call that roughing. You start the second period down a man, and you're only up 2. Well, guess who makes you pay? Bouchard with the fake shot pass straight to Perry, who still has those silky hands, even at 40. His, excuse me while I rub my eyes, 9th of the playoffs puts the Oilers back within 1. This game is winnable. Screw going down in a series. They're gonna do it every time. It's their superpower. Is how the Oilers have operated against normal teams. This is the Florida Panthers, and they're not normal. You got caught. We've been talking about Bennett and Tkachuk and Marchand, and we've been focusing on all that stuff, paying too much attention to the fact that the Panthers are a bunch of killers and ignoring the fact that the Panthers are a bunch of killers. Dude, that Verhaeghe goal should have woke you up. Now you got Sam Reinhart with a clean look. These guys are in the Stanley Cup Final. That was only that man's 5th of the playoffs. That dude scored 60 goals. It's a minute 20 after you pull within 1, and it's an emotional drain. And then the game is basically over less than halfway through because of one play from one man. Sam frickin' Bennett, who I have made no subtleties that I don't like, has an unreal shift. Vasily Podkolzin cuts 90 degrees across just inside the Panthers' blue line. And Sam Bennett does what any accomplished sociopath does and goes, he's not really. Oh my God, he is. And lights this man up like a Christmas tree. Vasily Podkolzin is not small. He's a big boy. And Sam Bennett, he makes him look like a plastic bag in the wind. He makes him look like, you ever whacked a yard waste bag with a hockey stick? He folds this man in half. I gotta commend Podkolzin for getting up. Lost in it, you're so focused on, oh my God, I think you just killed a guy, is less than 2 seconds later, he then hits Klingberg. I don't see anything wrong with the hit. It's violent. It's extremely violent. He may or may not have been trying to hit the head, but he didn't. Play stays alive. Florida gets the puck. On account of the guy who was just carrying the puck got folded like a love letter. Bennett takes it the other way. He gets a breakaway. Ew. Just ew. His 14th of the playoffs. No one else has reached double digits yet. He's at 14. He's already entered the top 25 most goals in a single playoff run ever. Producer Drew gave me a great stat. Heading into the Stanley Cup Final, Sam Bennett was 25-1 to win the Conn Smythe, and I have been talking about him winning the Conn Smythe since the second round. Supposedly, he is now 3-1 odds. Listen, he has never been a number one center in his life. He just eclipsed 50 points. And if the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup, he's going to win most valuable player, which, yeah, he's going to get paid. Now, you want to know something crazy? There was one penalty in the second period. It was a nurse cross-check on Lundell, and that was unkind. The Oilers had not fully committed to gooning it up. Stop laughing. It's a word people my age use to describe fighting. Third period starts. The Oilers kill the penalty. All right. Oh, Stuart Skinner takes one, and guess what? You're right back in the penalty kill. Aaron Ekblad scores off a disgusting pass from Sam Reinhart. It's 5-1. It's over. I'm surprised the Oilers didn't try to beat up. Can I say that? Didn't try to beat up the Panthers sooner. They might have had Janmark not taken his penalty. Stop breaking the law! This is the real moment everything broke down. 10:29 into the third period. This is actually true. All the penalties from this sequence do not fit on the screen of my phone all at once. Trent Frederick cross-checks Sam Bennett so hard. He snaps his stick over him. Here are the penalties. You want to do it? Trent Frederick cross-checking. Trent Frederick roughing. AJ Greer roughing. Sam Bennett roughing. Darnell Nurse roughing. Darnell Nurse fighting. Jonah Gadjevich fighting. AJ Greer, misconduct. Sam Bennett, misconduct. Jonah Gadjevich, misconduct. Darnell, the camera shut off. Trent Frederick, misconduct. Matthias Ekholm, misconduct. What did he do? Vander Kane, oh wait, no. Okay, that was after. That's as close to a line brawl as you're gonna get. Gadjevich Nurse was a great tilt. Frederick, after laying the lumber on Bennett, doesn't really, I mean, Frederick is a monster, but he ends up on the ground and ends up getting tuned. Like, most of the Oilers on the ice got tuned. Then the game, like, just completely jumps the shark. Very shortly after that, Evan Bouchard hits Carter Verhaeghe, and Verhaeghe falls down. While he's skating by him, Evander Kane sticks Verhaeghe in the face. It's called a 5 because who does that? They review it, and they make it a 2! Dude, producer Drew and I are talking like, oh, is that a suspension? I don't know. It's a Stanley Cup Final. They made it 2! They called it a 5 so that they could look at it again. They did look at it again, and they went, meh. That is the same as putting the puck over the glass. That is the exact same as icing too many players. That is the same as putting your hand on the puck during a face-off. He stuck a downed opponent in the face, you madmen! By the way, this entered the top 4 for most penalty minutes in a Stanley Cup Final game ever. Wes McCauley. If you need a game to get all the way out of hand, he's the man to call. Then they did it again. John Klingberg, who hates Matthew Tkachuk, holds Matthew Tkachuk's arms in while Jake Wallman just, whoa! Oh, Stuart Skinner got pulled after 5. I forgot to even mention that. He shouldn't have even started the third period. Rodriguez scores a nasty one on the power play. No one cares. Kapanen gets kicked out of the game. This lady pours a beer on him, and she tried to be stealth about it. Oh. Hey, you know what? Oh, it's my turn. All Panthers fans throw beer. That one lady threw a beer, and now all Panthers fans throw beer. Hear ye, hear ye. Wait, I have an actual bell. Hear ye, hear ye. One Panthers fan threw a beer, which means all Panthers fans always throw beer. You know, it's a miracle the Panthers are able to win in that building. Think of the strain, the pressure that they play under every day. Hey, don't look at me, look at that lady. Ban them for life. Oh, I know I saw with my own 2 eyes it was one person, but no. She poured the beer, so you all poured the beer. Hear ye, friggin' hear ye. I'm shooting this, it's 1 in the morning. My wife's gonna kill me, and I deserve it. Listen, the Oilers, from the beginning of that game, got wrapped up by the boa constrictor. Every time you breathe out, they squeeze you a little harder. They fought back a couple times with the Perry goal. You bit them. You loosened their grip maybe for a moment, and then Sam Reinhart and Sam Bennett. It was like exclusively Sam's. The one sort of bright side you could look at is people for weeks now have been like, hey, the Panthers keep doing this. They also keep getting away with it. Why doesn't somebody do something? And the Oilers find themselves down 4 goals in the third period. The game is very obviously over. I don't know. Let's take a pound of flesh. And so they do. Like Trent Frederick going after Sam Bennett. That's the perfect guy. He's on your 4th line. You don't even know if he's healthy. You don't even know if he's going to be in the lineup next game, but he's a tough nut. Send him after the playoffs leading goal scorer. It's what they would do. Who cares? By the way, There's a reason I call Paul Maurice Prison Rules Paul. Most combined penalty minutes in a Stanley Cup Final game. The record is 176, set in 1986. Number 2 all time, 148. Panthers and Golden Knights from 2023. Then it's Canucks Bruins Game 3 from 2011. That series was a bloodbath. And this was 4th ever with 140 penalty minutes. Someone threw a rat with a bottle of ketchup on the ice, and I don't know what that was meant to signify. I mean, to me, it simply signified that all Florida Panthers fans always throw ketchup all the time. They're a bunch of beer and ketchup throwing barbarians. But here's all that matters. Connor McDavid, after the game, I don't think our best has shown up all series long, but it's coming. Now, he's right. I don't know how it happens, though. This is a game where I'm like, yeah, they miss Zach Hyman. They miss Zach Hyman a lot. Because once they start getting the blender out, boy, take it from me. Yeah, Zach Hyman really ties the room together. Well, you're Oilers fans, you know. Nuge not being 100%. He even missed some power play time. They're taking him off, limiting his ice. They've already had moments in this series, but long and short of it, if the Edmonton Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup, have any chance of winning the series here, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl have to do Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl things. That's how the Oilers need to look at this, though, as we haven't shown our best yet. We're going to. They can't look at it like this, like how a fan would look at it, because this is how I would look at it. From McJesus Saves, Steve, your rant on the Panthers last week was one of the most satisfying podcast moments of my life. I cannot stand that team. I'm not a hateful person. I once apologized to someone who hit me on my bike with their car. You're such a Canadian. I have violently impure feelings for the Panthers. And if you're the Florida Panthers, you know what they call you? Another satisfied customer. The Edmonton Oilers, without Zach Hyman and with a busted up Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, have to. They have no choice. Have to find a way to overcome the Panthers' depth. Stuart Skinner, I don't think is healthy after the way he went down after it was the 4th or 5th goal. I think it was the 4th one. He didn't look comfortable at all. Do you seriously consider, with a 2-day break between games 3 and 4, going back to the undefeated Calvin Pickard? And how do you stay out of the box? I said this before the series even began. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. Oh, it's the Stanley Cup Final rulebook. No. It goes by game. Games 1 and 2 and 3 are penalty fests, which you took too many of. Game 4, bit of a wild card, but I'm thinking the valve is going to tighten a bit. Game 5 and Game 6 are basically a free-for-all. And Game 7 is whatever is more lawless than that. Panthers' penalty kill is performing well. Their power play, they're getting a lot of practice. And even though the Oilers took their pound of flesh with Florida, there were also times where they seemed to lose their composure. That's the pocket for Florida. That's their game. If you don't regain that quick, it's over. But what am I telling you for? If any team knows how to come back against the Florida Panthers, it's you. You did it in Game 1 for the first time in 30-some-odd games. You were down 3-0 against these guys last year, and you smoked them 3 straight games to force 7. You know the stakes. I don't need to say anything, but I will. And I'll see you after Game 4. But for now, my friends, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Hear ye, hear ye.